Hi, good morning to everyone. In this session, we have to discuss about some alternative fuels. So, alternative fuels are materials or chemicals which can be used as an alternative to fossil fuels. So, first one is a propanol. Propanol can be used as a liquid fuel instead of gasoline because this propanol is having a low flashing point as well as the energy released from the propanol is almost equal to gasoline. So propanols can be widely used in the case of spark ignition engine because it is having more heating value than the ethanol. So this propanol can be used as one of the constituent during the fermentation of isopropanol, butanol, ethanol mixture to get biogas. So petrol blended with a high proportion of N-propanol may lead to achieve a maximum cylinder pressure and temperature, and that development of flame duration and combustion duration becomes short. Two types of propanols are available. One is 1-propanol and 2-propanol. So these propanols are derived from the fossil fuels. 2-propanol is obtained by the hydration of propene, and 1-propanol is obtained by catalytic hydroformylation of the ethylene and catalytic hydrogenation of propanol. So next one is ethanol. Ethanol can be used as an alternative fuel. We can call it as a power alcohol. That means the petrol blended with 25% of ethanol is called as a power alcohol. So manufacturing process is explained here. So first we have to take molasses, which is the material left during the crystallization of the sugar content. That is contains sucrose. So this molasses is diluted with water up to 10 to 12%. Then we have to adjust the pH between 4 and 5 by adding ammonium sulfate and sulfuric acid. After that, we have to add yeast. The reaction should be taken place at room temperature. So the invertase from yeast converts the sucrose into glucose and fructose. So during this process, that glucose is existed. So this glucose is further converted into ethanol and carbon dioxide by the reaction of zymase. The enzyme zymase converts the glucose into ethanol. That way we are getting 90% of the ethanol. Yeah. So this fermented liquid contains 18 to 20% of ethanol. After fractional distillation, after purification, we are getting absolute ethanol. That means 90% of ethanol we are getting after the 36 to 38 hours of the process. That means fermentation, as this whole reaction is called as a fermentation. So this fermentation has taken place in the duration of 36 to 38 hours. During this fermentation, that overall mixture contains 20% of ethanol. So after fractional distillation, that means after purification, we are getting absolute ethanol. Advantages. So alcohols are having a more active value, that means above 90, but petrol is having active value of 60 to 70. If you blend this petrol with this octane, then that octane value of petrol can be increased because of their anti-knocking properties will be improved. So alcohol is having lesser starting difficulties. If you use alcohol alone, lot of problem will be occurred because the starting difficulties will be arrived. So one of the advantage of adding alcohol is if any moisture present in that petrol, that can be absorbed by the alcohol, that petrol will become free from moisture. Next one is biogas. This biogas is produced by degradation of the organic matter by the bacteria. That means action of bacteria on organic matter releases the biogases. So we can use this biogas. This reaction should be taken place in the absence of oxygen. That means anaerobic process. So maximum that constituents of these biogas are given here. Methane is presented at 50 to 60%. Carbon dioxide is 30 to 40%. Hydrogen is 5 to 10%. Nitrogen is 2 to 6%. Then hydrogen sulfide traces will be there. So these can be used as an excellent fuel. So the manufacturing method is given here. First, we have to take slurry of cattle dung, and we have to add water in the equal proportion, and it has been injected into the effluent chamber. So which has to be sent to the digester tank. So this digester tank that reaction takes place. So that bacteria, anaerobic bacteria present in this digester tank, reacts on that organic matter and decomposes that organic matters, and it releases methane gases. This methane gas is coming throughout this valve, and we have to collect that biogas. After a certain time, that means after 50 days, that volume of biogas which is obtained through this valve become less. At that time, we have to change this, and we can change this cattle dug with a fresh one. We have to take out this cattle dug through the effluent outlet. So by this, we have to prepare the biogas. This is the simple method, and we can use this as one of the very good alternative fuel to the gasoline.